So, as the title says, I decided to play the masterpiece that is the Elden Ring DLC, Shadow of the Erdtree, and it added on to my depression. When I say Shadow of the Erdtree is a masterpiece, I mean it. For me personally, it's the best DLC that FromSoft has produced. Yes, over Old Hunters, and yes, over Ring City.
Thing I see.
Don't get me wrong though, they're still great and phenomenal DLCs, but Shadow of the Erdtree made Elden Ring my favorite Souls game of all time. Anyways, let's get to the beginning of the video. I stayed up till 12 a.m. waiting for the DLC to load up and be playable with my friends in a party, and when it does, we headed to Mogian Palace, where we are told by an NPC to head into the shadow, and we do so by entering Miquella.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
Whoa, 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 whoa. Now, I don't know the lore reason behind this, but we entered the DLC through Miquella's egg thing. So, I mean, we enter Miquella. If you know why this is, please let me know in the comments, because I have no idea. Regardless, we then repeat the first step, as you can hear me saying. Yeah, I stream the entirety of me playing Elden Ring's DLC here on the channel. If you want to join the lives, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Shameless self-plug. Nevertheless, I begin exploring and find the first mini-boss. This DLC isn't going to be too hard, right? Right? Yeah. No. So in the DLC, they introduced a new leveling mechanic, which is based upon getting these items similar to golden seeds, which are called Erdtree fragments. And after getting enough of them, you're able to level up your Shadow Realm Blessing. And leveling that up increases your damage by a small percent and decreases the damage taken in by that same small percent. And this is not an optional thing when playing the DLC. And people not collecting them is the main reason I see people complaining and saying that the DLC is too hard, which causes the Steam review to actually become mixed on the DLC. And I find this extremely funny because it's like, did you think Poppy Michael Zaki would let you use an overpowered build and run through the DLC? No. He wants you to take your time and use everything at your disposal to beat these bosses. Anyways, after dying to Fire Giant 2.0, I waddle my ass over to the Mausoleum to fight the first mini-boss, the Black Jail Knight, who honestly wasn't that bad. I beat him in 3 tries, but not before he starts playing Call of Duty with his crossbow and does this.
Who told you that? What the fuck? This nigga just hit me with the fucking auto combo with the crossbow and that shit killed me.
Anyways, I take him down on my next attempt and get his entire set and sword, which is honestly pretty good. I use his armor set for most of the DLC anyways, but I'm excited to see what's next. Yeah, so as you can hear, I lost 72,000 souls, and then I decided to go to the first main boss. Let's see how I do against the first main boss. Okay, so it wasn't on my first try. Not on my second try. Not on my third try. Not on my fourth try. Not on my fifth try. Oh wow. So, the first main boss is called the Divine Beast Dancing Lion, who is extremely cool. In his second phase, you can see it in the background, he starts changing the weather. He has lightning, snow, and heavy winds. And I'm telling you, for now, I can't even put into words how cool some of these bosses are. I mean, they literally have domain expansions. We'll get into that later. Anyways, we take him down on my 6th attempt and get not only his head as a helmet, yeah, we're literally wearing his fucking head as our helmet. And we also get our first of the 10 remembrances. Now, I'm not going to be showing too much of me exploring because I highly recommend you guys actually pick up and play the DLC yourself. Trust me, it's great. Regardless, the next area I head into is another castle, but in the other direction. I head into the boss fog and fight Rolana. It's clearly just fucking Pontiff Sullivan in her second phase. I mean, look, it's just fucking Pontiff.
Oh my god, bro.
Regardless, Michael Zaki cooks nevertheless. I mean, this boss fight is just so cool. Rolana is the sister of Renala, and she even uses the moon attack that Renala uses, but this time there's 2, and she gives you the back shots of despair. After about 15 attempts, I'm able to take her down and get her boss whip, which gives me her cool-ass boss weapon. I mean, look how cool it is. After admiring the beauty that is Rolana's weapon, we go to the Shadow Keep, which is the next legacy dungeon, and I fight a hippo. Well, no, to be more accurate, the hippo was actually beating my ass over and over and over and over and over and over again. Like, bruh, I hate to admit it, but this hippo took me more attempts than Rolana. After getting my ass handed to me 15 or so attempts, I decided to go explore a bit more and level myself a bit, as well as doing an optional secret fight to get the martial arts. Too bad my sword is too much for bro, because he was putting in work like Itadori, but also, like Itadori, bro got cooked, but by me, which was a great change of pace from getting cooked to doing some cooking. After getting some Erdtree fragments, I go back to fight the hippo and still die. This boss is actually the most disgusting and tragic fight I had faced at that point. The AoE attacks are insane, and the boss room is so small. But after another 20 or so attempts, I take this guy down. I continue forward into the Shadow Keep, and I kid you not, I got lost here for an hour. I had no idea where I was going. Eventually, I found my way out of the Shadow Keep and into some ruins, which led me to fight this boss, Romina, Saint of the Bud, who I first tried, but I don't know. I had a couple of friends complain to me about this fight and say she's extremely hard, but who knows, maybe I'm just him. I am not, especially after fighting the last boss. After beating Romina, I go forward and am told that we need Messmer's flame to burn a seal on something. I backtrack to the Shadow Keep, and I begin fighting the main boss of the dungeon, Messmer the Impaler. Now, before I continue talking about him, and as you can see by the gameplay in the background, I die over and over and over and over again. This guy was destroying me. I didn't even mention this before, but before fighting Romina, I fought Messmer and kept dying, before even taking 1/4 of his HP. It was tragic. And this was before his second phase. I mean, in his second phase, he does this bullshit. Like, bro, I didn't know you were Sakuna. Anyways, I kid you not, whenever he whipped this domain expansion out, I would die. Even in my winning attempt against him, I only won because I killed him before he whipped this out. Messmer is honestly one of the coolest bosses I've ever fought, and is my favorite boss in the series. After what felt like 50 attempts, I take him down and get his remembrance. You can't hear it because my mic was muted, but I was celebrating, and I actually paused the stream for 15 minutes because I was so happy. After celebrating, I use his remembrance and get his spear, which I use for like 5 minutes, but not gonna lie, I'm just bad with spears, so don't take that, like, it's not like it's a bad weapon or anything. Nevertheless, Messmer is definitely my favorite boss. He is seriously one of the coolest bosses, and he's not even the coolest boss in this DLC. Now, speaking of cool bosses, let me tell you about the Lord of Frenzied Flame. Wait, before I do that, I have to tell you about the coolest area, in my opinion, of any Souls games. Abyssal Woods. Abyssal Woods is a completely missable area of the DLC, and in this area, you're not allowed to summon Torn, as you are literally told that Torn is too scared and cannot be summoned, which is insane when you consider that after the last patch, you can now summon Torn in the Elden Beast fight. So canonically, Torn is more scared of these woods than fighting an actual god, which is just insane to me. On top of that, in the area, you are suggested to not attack any enemy and sneak your way into the mansion where you find the boss. The reason you were told this is because of this guy, right here. His grab attack is a grab attack that will literally hold you until you die. He grabs you, and he doesn't let go until that health bar is down at 0, bro. After hearing this, I don't think you're understanding how cool it is. I mean, like, the fact that you have a sneaking section in a Souls game is just so cool. No weapons, just you gotta sneak around and get straight to the mansion. After running for my life, I make it through the mansion and find this boss room. Oh, there's a guy here. What? He's saying something? Nah, I'm just gonna kill him. Where's the boss? I mean, this is a boss room, no? Oh, there's a cutscene.
Enough. I have endured more than enough.
What is he doing?
I ask you forgive me, dearest Nanaya.
Where'd his head? Oh my god. It's the Lord of Frenzied Flame. Yeah, I know I said it earlier, but yeah, no, the boss fight in this area is the Lord of Frenzied Flame, and it just looks so cool. But I'm still very confused lore-wise, because I mean, like, I thought I was the Lord of Frenzied Flame. Okay. No, but in all seriousness though, this boss fight is actually really, really cool. All his attacks are sick, and obviously they inflict madness. But I just have one gripe with this boss. Where is his phase 2? This is a boss that, just looking at aesthetically and the area he is surrounded with, should have a phase 2. Or at the very least, a second health bar. Yeah, so my biggest problem with this fight is how fast I beat him. It took me a whopping 3 attempts to beat him. Come on, Michael Zaki, you need to do better. Give that man a second health bar. I decided to take a quick break and saw online that there are 2 more bosses in Shadowkeep, so I make my way to them. First up is Commander Gauss. This guy is honestly my least favorite Remembrance boss in the DLC. His hitbox is just so janky and he just doesn't give you any time to breathe. Yes, this is a skill issue. Yes, I could have used summons, but no, I am determined to beat all Souls games without summons. That's no diss to people who use summons. If that's how you enjoy the game, please do so. Don't miss out on Peak just because people demean your playstyle. You bought the game, so you can play it how you want. Like nobody can tell you any otherwise. But me personally, I have more fun fighting the bosses straight up. Even if I spend more time than I could have fighting the boss, the final boss. Yeah, we'll get to that later. But nah, I ended up cheesing Commander Gauss because his hitbox is so janky. There are 5 more Remembrance bosses that are left, one being the final boss and the other being completely missable. Next up on the hit list is Future Assassin, or however you say his name, Knight. He isn't too bad. I ended up learning his attacks pretty quickly and taking him down on my 10th attempt. Sorry I'm speeding through here, but he's not really too valid, so I'll just move on to the next boss. The next boss was Latir, the Mother of Fingers, who, same as the last boss, wasn't too bad either, as I take her down within 10 attempts, but don't get me wrong, she does have some attacks that pack me up. I mean, this beam attack she's doing right now, that was pretty bad. But also she has this tickling attack, I'll show you right here. I'm gonna put a clip. And this attack just got me like,
Help! Help! Help me!
nah, but in all seriousness, no, she was alright. She drops another Remembrance, and I will not be using the weapons, so yeah. Let's head to the next boss. Next up, the Erdtree Avatar, who low-key is a pretty cool fight that I kept dying in. I mean, of course, it's me. This fight took about 20 attempts or so, and the main concept of this fight is that you're fighting a Erdtree Avatar similar to an Erdtree Avatar, but differing in design, obviously, you can tell in the background. There were 3 phases to the fight, and each phase happened after you take 1 health bar away. Another Avatar appears, this time being more aggressive than the last one. The problem I had that caused me to keep dying is what I like to call a skill issue. Yeah, no, this boss isn't too hard, I'm just bad, and I couldn't dodge attacks. Regardless of that, that's another Remembrance down. Now, last but certainly not least, before the final boss, is Baal the Dread. Baal is an extremely cool fight. I know I keep saying this, but if you do decide to play the DLC, you will understand. So Baal is a dragon, of course, you can see his wings, and it's literally just a dragon, you can see it in the background. I use the strategy of staying extremely close while fighting a dragon, and that usually works. Oh yeah, sidebar. Before fighting him, I went to go pick up a Dragon Hunter's Katana, which is what I use in the fight. Back to Baal. So I used the Ash of War on Baal, and when he's about 55% HP or so, he does this massive AoE attack that signifies his change into phase 2. But look at how insane it looks. Are you not entertained? Yeah, so I do in fact die in this attempt, but pretty good for a first attempt, I'd say.
What the fuck?
Yeah, so I ended up taking him down on my next attempt, and this is definitely my favorite dragon fight in the series. This was another one of those bosses where a lot of people were saying that they were struggling with him, but I personally did not. Honestly, I tried my best to explore every part of the areas before fighting the boss in the area, so maybe my blessing was just so high, and that's the reason I didn't struggle too much. Nevertheless, after we take down Bale, we head back to burn the seal from earlier, and this cutscene plays. Now, you may be asking yourself, Jacob, why did you say the DLC added onto your depression? You clearly got cooked in some sections, but you seem to be enjoying the fights anyways, right? And to that, I answer, yeah, the final boss of this DLC added onto my depression. I mean, now I got PTSD from him and Nameless Puppet. Yeah, so the final boss of this DLC is Radon. We're gonna let his cutscene play out, and then I'll be back right after.
So that he may be my consort.
Now, this is young Radon, and I couldn't even get him to his second phase. For the first 3 hours of my fight against him, yes, I said second phase, and yes, I spent 3 hours not even getting there. I eventually gave up and ended the stream. I had to take a break because I had work the next day till close, but the following day after that, I hopped back on and began trying once more. And this fight is actually insane. I was actually able to make it to second phase, where Radon actually takes control of his body, and Miquella hops on Bro's back. Now, first phase was a thing of the past, and here's how I reacted to second phase.
Alright, what's going on?
Lord brother. At long last you are returned.
Miquella?
Tarnished one. Aspiring lord of the old order. If you have known sin, if you grieve for this world, then yield the path forward to us. To I, Miquella. And
What?
my promised consort, Radon.
Oh, he's jealous, bro. Oh, what is going on? What is that? What are you doing? What is that? What is that? What is that? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?
Yeah, so I panic rolled to
What the
death,
fuck?
and this would keep happening. Now say it
What
with
the
me, guys,
fuck?
over and over and over and over and over
Nice.
and over again. I mean, even if I dodged his slash attacks, Miquella would fucking summon light beams to damage me. Life was not good, and after dying for a couple hours, I began to crash out.
I am, buddy.
Oh
What
my
is chasing with some
God.
balls?
Bro, he goes into fucking pools. Like, why the fuck did you need to stop twice? Oh my god.
Oh,
Oh my fucking god. What the fuck? What the fuck am I supposed to do there?
On top of all that, to add extra salt into the wound, the power in my neighborhood went out twice, so I had to boot back up and start stream and throw myself
bro,
at the
if I
same
didn't fight
wall,
one of the
and I would
bosses that I
continue to
did-
crash out.
What the fuck? What did I get clipped by? Bro, just fucking, just ascend into the air. Do that shit. Oh my god, bro. What the fuck? What the fuck was that? What was that, bro? How do I live that? How do I live that? Oh my god, bro. I have max health there. And I get fucking evaporated.
The second time my power went out, I took a 20-minute sabbatical. I mean, I went outside and this game had me like this. After that, I came back and we come closer and closer. I mean, without that bit of meditation, I think I actually would have punched my wall. Look at how much health he had left before he killed me.
God.
And look how calm my reaction was.
I bet like one more hit and you would have that bleed right there and died. Oh, whatever. I'm dead, yeah. Oh. If I could tank that attack, he would have died there.
Yeah, but no. Another 2 hours went by and I began crashing out
Yeah,
again.
this could be it. No! Fuck! Oh my god, man.
Thankfully, 38 attempts after I crash out, this happens.
Let's fucking go! Yes! Yes! Oh my fucking god! Let's go! Oh my god! Oh my god! Let's go! Oh my god! Oh, holy shit! Holy shit! Holy shit! Oh my god! Oh my god! Let's go! Let's fucking go! Yeah! Oh my fucking god. Oh my god. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
quite literally after 100
Let's
attempts or
fucking
so,
go.
I mean, I lost count, I don't even know. I
Let's
celebrated
go.
for another 30
Holy
minutes,
shit.
and when I came back,
Holy
I went to
shit.
watch the memory Miquella left for us.
Holy.
Lord brother. I'm going to be a god. If we honor our part of the vow, promise me you'll be my consort. I'll make the world a gentler place.
Alright, thank you guys for watching. If you made it to the end of the video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. If you end up picking up the DLC or are playing the DLC, please let me know down in the comments what your favorite boss is so far or your favorite weapon so far. Well, that's all I have for you guys. Have a good one, and I'll see you in the next video.